Howdy everybody and welcome back to the Game Ping for not E3 season. We've officially reached the finish line as Xbox held its big showcase today, followed by a special direct focused on Gears of War E-Day. After an incredible week of announcements, Xbox closed things out with a packed presentation of its own. We've got a whole lot to cover, so let's jump straight into it all. Opening with a thank you for 25 years, the show's first reveal was a gameplay trailer for Gears of War E-Day, featuring Marcus and Dom in civilian clothing fighting their way through the streets of Kelowna. Revealed in the direct after the main showcase, the game will take on the tone of the iconic Mad World trailer and focus on the emergence of the Locust. Kelowna is the most detailed location yet, with stories at every single corner, and players will explore military centers, resident areas, and factories. Though Coalition has also taken full advantage of Unreal Engine 5 with new destruction tech, the reintroduction of new dynamic e-holes and barriers, and the entire environment now having chip damage. Plus, for the first time ever, you can now jump, with levels having lots of verticality. The team says this is a homecoming for the 20th anniversary of Gears, and Xbox CEO Asha Sharma confirmed that Gears of War E-Day will be an Xbox console exclusive when it launches on October 6th, in her first major move as CEO. The show continued on with a brand new trailer for Fable. The trailer shows off one of the game's main antagonists, with Isabel, the hero of Wraithmars, voiced by the wonderful Hayley Atwell, as the Heroes Guild attempts to stop her from righting Albion's wrongs. She won't be the only person we face though, as it seems the Jack of Blades is also making a return. Fable is looking absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to play it on February 23rd, 2027. And because you might as well have the big three together, the next trailer was for Halo Campaign Evolved. The game will introduce 3 new missions that see Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson going behind enemy lines in Operation Meteorite. It seems we'll even be able to pilot ships in space, a first for the original Halo. The game is also right around the corner as Halo Campaign Evolved launches on July 28th. Following a great look at Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy, a prequel that follows Sophia's journey across a mysterious island 15 years before the original game and launches on August 27th, Atlas gave us our first real look at Persona 4 Revival. Remade from the ground up, the game is bringing all of Inaba and the TV world to life like never before, and man does everybody look so good. And because everyone seems to be launching at the same time anyways, Persona 4 Revival launches on February 18th. Then, Undead Labs finally revealed gameplay for State of Decay 3, which will feature an expanded settlement system and zombies who actually hunt players down rather than just wandering. The studio showed that playtests will come later this year, with the full release set for 2027. Time for a speedrun. Sea of Thieves' next season is called Custom Season, will let players make their own modes and maps like Robo Royale on June 18th, Metro 2039 is set for February 2027, and the combat seems to have taken a huge leap. Of course, the lighting and graphics also look amazing, as is usual for the Metro franchise. Bad Magpie is a game that sees you playing as a one-winged magpie, causing what the developers say is gleeful havoc on the world, and is releasing next year. Then, Team Ninja unveiled Roll On 2 Wings of Ember. Set in the aftermath of the first game, the sequel will be a fantasy take on the late Eastern Han period of Chinese history, and even features an evolved martial arts style that blends offensive and defensive combat. Wo Long 2 is set for early 2027, hopefully not February. After the reveal of Join Us, a game where you build your own cult and take over a town, Ninja Theory unveiled Senua, an action-adventure focused game set in the Hellblade universe that will follow Senua as she fights to reach the afterlife. As somebody who has always loved Ninja Theory's combat systems, this looks like a dream blend of that and the more quiet moments of Hellblade. This is a direct sequel to Hellblade 2 story-wise, so I can't wait to play it next year, and I have a feeling this might be a Project Helix launch title for some reason. After our annual Fallout 76 trailer, this one focused on infestations. id Software unveiled Doom the Dark Ages Revelations, a huge expansion that sees hell freeze over as the Slayer goes into purgatory with his new chain spear weapon that gives him new mobility and power options to reclaim his freedom on July 7th. Teased at the Game Awards a couple years back, Crazy Taxi World Tour has been fully revealed. This new game in the classic series will take players on an in-depth story campaign that sees them traveling across 5 cities around the world, with customization, a new classic mode, and multiplayer racing launching in 2027. Then, to celebrate Xbox's 25th anniversary, a very nostalgia-heavy trailer revealed the Xbox Series X25, a special limited edition console that draws inspiration from the original Xbox and translucent green. Very big fan of the controller using the classic Duke ABXY colors, and while I think getting the console might be a bit too much for me, I'll definitely be picking up that controller this November. That was followed by a look at Age of Empires 4's Raiders of the North expansion coming this fall, and Minecraft Dungeon 2, which launches on September 29th, and it seems to even be facing the Warden this time around. One of my favorite trailers of the entire show was easily Magician's The Devil's Deal, a narrative-driven FPS set in Theaterland, a nightmarish version of Victorian London. The combat literally sees you as a magician doing magic things, and it just looks so cool. Can't wait to play that in 2027. Now time for speedrun number 2. We have another September release date as Valor Mortis is set for September 24th and features Vincent Castle as Napoleon. The Elder Scrolls Online Season 1 will focus on the return of the Thieves Guild with new stealth skills and tools. Microsoft Flight Simulator is receiving a US National Parks update on July 4th, and we'll see air races get added this fall. The hit mobile action game Where Winds Meet is coming to Xbox next month, and Castlevania Belmont's Curse finally has a release date of October 15th with a trailer that gives us details on the journey Rose Belmont will go down. So excited for that last one. We then saw Vivarium, which is essentially one of the most beautiful games I have ever seen. This life sim adventure will see you uncover the mysteries of your little town, which just happens to be in a little terrarium. Gonna 100% pick this one up next year. Xbox closed their show with some absolutely amazing games. After years of speculation and rumors, Atlas revealed Persona 6. While the trailer doesn't give much away, the game will be set in modern-day Japan and seems to be taking on a darker angle with a focus on urban legends and occult incidents. With that beautiful green color scheme already going on, I can't wait to play Persona 6 whenever it does come out. Following that big reveal was Toys for Bob announcing Spyro: A Realm Beyond, the first original Spyro game in 20 years. This new adventure will see Spyro exploring a new world with expanded exploration and new gameplay innovations like true dragonflight, which lets Spyro soar through the game. Spyro: A Realm Beyond will take flight in spring 2027. Finally, Xbox closed the main show with Clockwork Revolution, an Exile's next big RPG. This year's trailer introduced us to the Morgans gang and a heist that goes sideways and puts them on a path towards Lady Ironwood. This is where players discover the chronometer and meet their companion Prentice. The world and combat look so dang good, and most importantly, Clockwork Revolution will be a full Xbox exclusive when it launches next year. Along with Gears of War E-Day, Xbox has confirmed that these are not timed exclusives and will only ever be released on Xbox and PC. Games already announced for multi-platform will stay that way, but going forward, it seems the investment will be back on the console front and exclusives. Great to see, as I believe exclusives drive consoles to be as successful as they can be. And that wraps up this episode of TGP. What an outstanding 10 out of 10 showcase from Xbox and new CEO Asha Sharma to wrap up what has been one of the best not E3 seasons ever. It's so great to see the games industry thriving right now with so much positivity. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you know when we are back. I have been your host, Brandon Alanis, and hey, if there's one thing we can take away from this week, it's that September 2026 and February 2027 have so many games. Anyways, I'll be seeing you all soon.